Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Superman number 40 in the final story, A Modern Marco Polo. The basic plot of this story involves a bunch of criminals, explorers, going in through a gate in like the Antarctic that leads to another dimension or like a fantasy land. Though it's not really a fantasy, all it is the Khans still exist in this area. It's a hidden place where the Khans still exist. And by cons, I mean something that looks like Imperial China. If you were to ask a bunch of white guys to draw Imperial China without ever researching it at all, they don't look like the cons. They do not act like the cons. They're not a very warrior group of people. They just seem to be a regular Imperial China. They just seem like a regular kingdom. I don't even know why you go through all this effort to call them the Khans and have Kubla Khan if you're not going to actually depict them as the Khans. Superman shows up to deal with these criminals. He beats them around, which ends up breaking their laws. Wait, Khans have laws against, violence in their city? Actually, I believe that, but they were a very violent society. This is just an excuse for what usually happens when Superman's dealing with a society that, I guess the un-PC term would be primitive, but like an ancient society that doesn't have any sort of modern weapons, for him to be executed in different ways, and then for them not to work against him because Superman. And this is fun when it was happening before. We've done this story like 10 times already, and honestly, it's getting boring. Maybe those stories were written better. This one is not written better. But this is the main issue with this story, is eventually the criminals try to blow up the ice and collapse on the city, killing everyone. Superman goes to stop them and has a choice between saving them or saving a whole town that's going to be crushed by the ice. Not the Khan town, but a different town. So he chooses to save the town, of course, but the criminals are crushed. Superman does say if he captured them, the Khans would have killed them anyways, but that doesn't sound like Superman to me. Superman's a guy who can do the impossible, so when given a choice between saving two things that seem impossible, he's able to save them both. That's where the dramatic stakes are with Superman. It's about saving people and that he can push himself beyond the impossible to save them. Superman does the impossible, as Mark Waid says. So I don't like these sort of morality choices he has to make. Superman doesn't have to make the morality choices, he's beyond them. Okay, that is it from Superman number 40, A Modern Marco Polo. I keep wanting to say modern day Marco Polo. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday. We cover a Batman story and either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And seriously, why were these the cons if they're not depicted as the cons? Okay, have a great day.